our music is focused on something spiritual, and some people totally disbelieve. And I'm not talking about like spiritual in the sense of like, you know, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and these things but spiritual like within feeling and connection, like something that can't really be defined in the sense of like almost like even atheists could understand what spirituality would be in those terms. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's not a God, there's not these things, but there's this like connectedness, there's these feelings that exist, and I feel like people have such a far disconnect right now that it would take, they say with every year of colonization, there needs to be a year of decolonization. And so it's not just native people that are being colonized, it's people's minds that are being colonized right now. And so hip hop has that power, but whether or not people want to give it that power. So if Snoop Dogg was to go make a record about, you know, throw away your gold, you know, your gold chain and throw away your money, there'd be a lot of people that would actually pay attention to that, which is the cold part about it. They possess that power now. And I realize that there's these people that have their attention on these people because they're performing certain songs. At that point, I realized the obligation to be able to present something positive, like hip hop can be utilized in that sense, which they say is the original reason to be able to find, you know what I'm saying, social justice, to be able to find these certain things through the only voice they could find at that point in time, which was through hip hop, through a music.
Native people fighting every day, dying every day. When will it ever change? It's like it stays the same. Every reservation's pain is black to see. And they claim to be drugs and alcoholics, but they're raising sick. Our people have a say, but they don't seem to be heard. We struggle every day, but they don't seem to be concerned. Cause they don't care if we live, they wish we would die. But I would sacrifice my life so that we can rise.
I believe that the world feels as if it has nothing to gain with indigenous people. I really, for the most part, when you notice it, because the most of the world is driven by economy, by this whole produce and consume. As long as those forces are in what is assumed power, they possess a certain power, the driving force, economy, capitalism, these different terms, the different isms that exist. As long as those things are given power, then it's going to exist. As long as people assume that having fancy cars somehow fulfills something within themselves, as long as people think that eating $1,000 meals per day fulfills something in them, it's going to have power like that. That's people's answer now. That's like I was suggesting earlier, in Native communities, that's our answer, is to say that somehow money is going to drag us and fulfill this something inside of our minds, our hearts, our spirits, or whatever. Somehow we're going to fulfill something through that's going to heal us somehow. And as long as people believe that, which it's continuously taught every single day, that's the answer to everything. As long as it's like that, then hip hop, just like anything, any other positive movement, is gonna kind of just feed into that, and people are gonna buy into it just as much, And so the kid, whatever, that can't be here with me, I'm representing their voices just as much as anybody else. So how could I sit out there and be like, oh, I want money, I want, you know what I'm saying? If I'm doing that, I'm representing the corporation that's mining on their land, and I'm representing those people that kill those people, that kill our people, that kill me. It's radical to think about love when you're surrounded by hate. We do have a lot of music where we talk about literal things, but then I don't think it applies necessarily to being a human being. This is what people forgot about right now. Most revolutionary thing anyone can do nowadays is be a human being, and so you're now thinking with your heart instead of like sitting there thinking real hard with your mind about what should be done.
See your mama saying, man, you have to beg him for bread. Is he lost? And am I wrong to see the beauty in him? The beauty in existence, all of us, the beauty within.